Hi guys, thanks for clicking. In today's video we're going to be replacing the alternator on my van, which is well overdue. But if you don't want to watch that, you can skip forward. We're going to be cleaning this massive tarmac drive over in Bromsgrove, and we're also going to be treating it with some biocide as well. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching. Right then, today's task, we're going to try and replace the alternator on the van. It's all the way down there. It's actually quite awkward to get to. I think this is going to be a much more involved job than I'd hoped, but the battery keeps draining. The alternator is recharging the battery when I'm driving, but when the engine's turned off, it's actually draining it as well. It's drawing power. So after we discussed it on the live stream, the garage told me they're about 350 quid for the part, but shush. I found this one for like £114 or something, so I'm just going to check it's the right one, and then I think I'm going to get started. I don't know how long this is going to take, but it needs to get done, so I'd rather do it myself than pay someone else to do it. I mean, it's an alternator. I guess it's correct. I did type my reg in, so hopefully it's the right one. I've just watched a video on YouTube. It says I need to take all these pipes off to get access. I thought I'd be able to come in from the wheel arch. Usually the alternator is kind of exposed and you can get to it quite easily, but I've got to take all this off. Hopefully I won't have to go in from underneath. See how we get on. There it is. That is perfect timing for it to start raining. Brilliant. Ideal. Right, the belt's off. Looks like it's in pretty good condition, so I probably won't even bother replacing that bit. Don't know if I even did it right. Pulled off this little tension. I think that's the tensioner pulley. It looked different in the video. Yes. Oh god. Okay, new one's in. I've just got to get this belt on. I actually realised that tensioner, I didn't need to pull it off. You can it's like spring loaded, and I only found that out when I tightened it up, so that was annoying. Right, that wasn't easy, but the belt's back on. Moment of truth, I'm going to start it up. I'm going to leave these two pipes off because they're a bit of a pain to get on and off. I don't think that's going to affect anything. The airflow sensors are up here. That's just the turbo. I think I can run it with the turbo off. It might be a bit lumpy, but we'll see. Battery back on. Right, I'm scared. It's the belt I'm scared of most. Well, I'm guessing that cut out because of these pipes. But I think this is spun correctly. That's promising. Right, second try. Forgot to plug the battery back in. She's looking good so far. The only thing that is concerning me is on one of the pulleys, the belt seems to be going like this slightly. Do I need to be worried about this? See, there's that tiny bit of play where it's going like that. No, my crops are ruined. Ruined. Right, it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I've got a tarmac job today. I'm just gonna pre-fill my tank about halfway, just to give myself a head start. It's a bit early to get going yet. Customer's not expecting me till about 8:30, 9 o'clock, so I'm just going to do everything I can now. Fresh barrel of hypo. I need to change the jets on that because those jets are for block paving, not for tarmac. Need to grab some biocide, hypo, surfactant, and I think we're good to go. Back 50. I think there's plenty in there really. I need to drill some holes in the bottom of this to stop it filling with water. I think it's that bit there that's letting the water in. That's annoying. Not a single drip. I've just replaced all these fittings for 3/4 inch ones, proper brass ones, high quality, and it's not dripping at all. So the standard hose lock ones obviously aren't the right size for that 3/4 inch hose. So I actually found some in Lidl, but these just leaked like crazy. They're rubbish. I've got 3 tubs here and I've left them out in the rain so the labels have come off. I know 2 of them are surfactant and I think one of them's biocide. That one I can still say, it says boost. But there's no real difference in the consistency of them. Oh, that one's gloopy. That one's thick and gloopy, so that's probably biocide. It says you only need 500 ml, but I normally put a little bit more just to make it foam nicely. Let's go 750. They've given me a real dirty hypo bottle this time. Well, that's getting a bit full, isn't it? Might not be able to go all the way. I've actually just had these fitted for a block paving job. I forgot what I asked for. I think they're either 25 degree. I actually can't remember. I just remember these are 15 degree 025s, 3 of them. But I'm going to put back on my 030 40 degree jets, and these are going to be for the tarmac, so it doesn't leave streaks and lines and stuff. It's a little bit softer. I quoted this one remotely and luckily got really good water pressure, so that's a bonus. That was literally perfect length. Look at that. 30 meters. Right, so this is the driveway. It's kind of a shared one, so we're going to sort of cut it off at this point here to curve it round nicely. Loads of leaves. We've got this area to do as well. Someone's already done an unsolicited test patch just there. They've also done a test patch over here. This was a while ago, and then over here as well. So we're going to be cleaning all this. I think I'm going to start by leaf blowing all these pine needles and leaves and getting rid of those first. We've got this section in the corner. Loads of, quite surprisingly, there's loads of these little weeds coming through. I've not really come across that on tarmac before, because the tarmac doesn't look in terrible condition, but there's just lots of growth, lots of moss. I'm going to be doing a post-treatment of biocide afterwards to try and keep this moss away for as long as possible. They've just asked me to quote the back garden as well, And the gutters, because we've got all these trees overhanging, the gutters are absolutely rammed. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I'm just going to fill up with water, get the leaf blower out and we'll get started. Now these videos take a lot of time and effort to film and edit on top of trying to run a successful pressure washing business. If you find any of the information in my videos useful, then I'd like for you to consider becoming a paid member of the channel. Circle members and above will get access to my private Discord for members only, where you can pretty much get a hold of me 24 hours a day for inspiration, technical help, marketing advice, or just a general chat. I post pictures and videos that you won't see on any of my other socials. You'll be the first to hear about giveaways, special offers and announcements, and it's just generally a nice place full of like-minded people who are all heading towards similar goals. We've got various different experience levels, we've got a few professionals in the chat as well. If you want to push your business, in my opinion, this is the place to be. We also have two other membership tiers. One is just to show a bit of support for the channel, and the other one is for boosted members, which will not only give you access to the private Discord, but also loads of high quality promotional images for you to start your business. I know what it's like when you're ready to get going, but you don't have any before and after pictures to put on your leaflets. At the moment, there's about 150 images that you can use for pretty much whatever you like, and my intention is to constantly update these over the next few years with all of my before and afters that have helped promote my business. Last thing before I let you go, new videos come out every Monday night at 5:30, and then I go live at 7:30 to chat to you guys and answer as many questions as possible. We do live quotes for real customers and just generally keep up to date with everything going on in the pressure washing world. Thanks for watching, back to the video. I'm sorry about the footage in this video. I arrived on site, set everything up, plugged the water in, and then I looked for my tripod and I realised I'd left it at home. I was so angry with myself. It wouldn't be so bad if I had a GoPro or something that I could strap to my head. All of this footage here is recorded with a handheld camera, and so it means whatever I'm doing I've got to do it one-handed, and it's very difficult to get all the angles and stuff. So hopefully normal service will resume next week. I'll have my tripod, we'll be able to do all those satisfying time lapses, and yeah, just sorry in advance for this one. Some of you might have noticed I'm using the turbo nozzle here, and ordinarily I wouldn't recommend the turbo nozzle for tarmac, because you can cause etching, you can cause streaking, and it can generally just be bad for the aggregate. But if you notice here, I'm not going too close, I'm not putting too much pressure down. I'm just using it as a way of, one, rinsing all of that muck that's come out from between the pores, and two, if I do come across any weeds or very stubborn moss, I can just get a little bit closer, and it's much more effective than just the surface cleaner on its own. Okay, I've rinsed everything down. This still needs some hypo. Got a nice little line over there. Took a bit longer than I expected, to be honest. I still need to clean this pile up down here and then re-rinse the garages. So we're going to hypo this and then biocide all the tarmac. I'm going to pull all this out by hand because it was just going to rip. It was just ripping out all the tarmac. Once all these weeds get underneath the tarmac, it just makes it very brittle. Okay, we're all done. Hypo's been down, that's worked a treat. Everything's been biocided. There is still moss between the aggregate, and I feel like if I go any harder with the pressure washer, this is like 3 passes. There's a pass in both directions with the surface cleaner, and then 1 pass with the turbo nozzle, just quite lightly. But there are some areas here where we've started. If I go any closer with any more pressure on that, it's going to start pulling the tarmac apart, and it's quite fragile anyway. You can see, I don't even know what happened over here. There's obviously a big weed that's pulled all this up. So the biocide will take care of all that moss. It will kill it off and it will stop it growing back. These slabs are obviously fine. This has come up like new. I told the customer before I came that you know, with moss, it's very difficult to get all the roots up, but the biocide will take care of that, so I'm not worried. Looks loads better than it did before. Everything's packed up. I'm just letting the machine cool down before I close the doors. They've asked me to quote the rear patio and the gutters, so I'm going to do a walk around video for that for the live stream tonight, and we'll quote it together on stream. Thanks for watching. See you in a bit.